This is the weekly weather forecast video for Monday, July the 11th, 2011. Let's first take a look at the satellite image from last evening. You can see some complexes of thunderstorms, one over Wisconsin and Minnesota and another over Nebraska into Kansas, producing some wide-ranging severe weather across those areas, and they were moving into the state during the morning hours. Here's the watch warning map from just before 1 in the morning. You can see several severe thunderstorm watches across Minnesota, Iowa, and Nebraska. And as I'm doing this, another watch was issued across the central part of the state. Here's the severe weather outlook for today and tonight. A slight risk of severe weather extends from Montana and Wyoming eastward through all of Nebraska, most all of Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, mainly along the Interstate 80 corridor from Nebraska to Ohio. Here's the damaging wind outlook. Better chances for that will be over eastern Illinois, the northern two-thirds of Indiana, and northwestern Ohio, while the standard 15% extends back to the west. Here's the large hail outlook for today and tonight. You can see better chances will extend from about western and central Iowa across most of the northern two-thirds of Nebraska, mainly from Des Moines westward to about Scottsbluff. Here's the severe weather outlook for day 2. This would be for Tuesday and Tuesday night. A slight risk of severe weather extends from eastern Nebraska through southern two-thirds of Iowa, southeastward through Illinois, Indiana, and into Kansas. And some other slight risks across New England and across the Intermountains. Here's the QPF chart. Precipitation over the next 5 days through Friday evening at 7 o'clock. You can see some very hefty rain, possibly across the northwestern counties of the state, where upwards of 2 to maybe as much as 4 inches of rain are possible, with lighter amounts to the south and east. Here's the 0Z GFS Model Run. This is at 1 p.m. today. You can see a 594 ridge over the deep south, and we'll be on the north side of that, which means we'll get a lot of rain and a stalled frontal boundary that'll be butting up against that ridge to the south, and there'll be numerous chances of showers and thunderstorms, as are going on this morning and later in the day. Tuesday, chances of rain will continue, with showers and thunderstorms with severe weather possible, and some heavy rain also possible as well. Wednesday, looks like a repeat. More showers and thunderstorms again. The northeastern part of the state may have a bit of a dry time, with high pressure trying to nose in. Thursday, there could be still some rain over a good deal of the state, except maybe the far east. Better chances look to be up further to the north over Minnesota. Friday looks to be a fairly dry day, although the model wants to show some chances of rain. If there's going to be any, they'll be very, very isolated. Saturday, a new storm system forming out over the plains. There could be some showers and thunderstorms out in the Dakotas and in Nebraska, but if there's any over the state of Iowa, they'll be very isolated. Sunday, same story, could be very isolated, as the main storm track will be lifting back to the north, and heat and humidity will be returning next weekend and into next week. And a week from today, here's the 18th, and that is a large 594 ridge covering areas from the desert southwest and into the southern and western Great Lakes. With that shunts most of the moisture well to the north, and the only moisture we'd be getting under a 594 ridge would be a popcorn shower or storm that wouldn't last very long, because the air will likely be capped. We move further into voodoo country. Here's the Friday. The next Friday, 594 ridge over the plains and into the Intermountain West, and with that, showers and scattered about here on the 22nd of July. So that looks to be fairly summery. At the end of the forecast, here on the 26th, the 594 ridge is shifting further to the west. Big trough over the eastern Great Lakes. But with that, a northerly flow aloft, and that may bring a shower. But as you can see, with a high pressure over James Bay, the winds will be starting to shift back to the south, and that will bring some heat and humidity. Now for the weather forecast. Thank you for tuning in to the weekly weather forecast video. We'll have our regular one tomorrow.